Assalamu alaikum and good day everyone. We are the Group 1 and we will be reporting Lesson 17, Ethics in Taxation and Governance.
Good day everyone, I am Allyssa Nezreen A. Dimasangkay from Group 1 and I will be the first speaker for our report. Today, we will be talking about ethics in taxation and governance. Specifically, I will be focusing on taxation as a citizen's moral obligation to the government. So, as citizens, we enjoy a lot of benefits from the government. These include roads, schools, hospitals, public safety, and many more. But in order for the government to provide these things, it needs money, and that money comes from our taxes. Taxation is not just a law we are required to follow, it is also a moral responsibility. This is based on the idea of the social contract, which means that because we receive services and protection from the government, we should also give something in return. That something is our tax. Philosopher John Rawls talked about justice as fairness. He said that a fair society is one where even the poorest and least privileged are considered. When we pay taxes, we help make sure that everyone, especially those in need, gets access to basic services. Some people do not want to pay tax because they feel that the government is corrupt, but not paying is not the solution. If we stop paying taxes, it is not just the government that suffers, but also the people who depend on public services. What we should do instead is demand better governance, not stop doing our part. So, in the end, paying taxes is not just about money, it is about being a good and responsible citizen. It is for the common good of all and not just for a few. Thank you very much, and that ends my part.
Good day, classmates. Today, I share a brief discussion on the moral obligation of government personnel to the citizenry, based on Republic Act number 6713, the Code of Conduct for Public Official in the Philippines. The main message in this: if we, as a citizen, have duties to the government, public officials have a greater responsibility to act ethically because their choices affect many people. A quote from the text reminds us, "A great power comes great responsibility." So first things first, we're going to discuss about these two key parts that I have made. First is John Rawls' theory of justice and Republic Act number 6713. So first things first is John Rawls' theory of justice. John Rawls was an American philosopher who is well known for his ideas on justice and fairness in society. He wrote a famous book called The Theory of Justice in 1971. Rawls believed that justice means fairness. He imagined a society where we don't know if we be rich or poor, strong or weak. In that case, we want rules that are fair for everyone, especially the least fortunate. So government decisions should always be fair and help those most in need. The next one is Republic Act number 6713. This law says public official in a public trust. Official must serve with honest integrity and professionalism. It encourages good service through rewards and sets clear rules and penalties for bad behaviors. Section 4 highlights core values like commitment to a public interest, integrity, and professionalism. In short, government workers must follow strong moral and ethical standards. As future professionalism, we should do that. Same leading with honesty, fairness, and service to others. This law isn't just a rule book. It's more guide for how to lead and serve the Republic well. Thank you.
I am Madel Tasfiyya Lehayatina Mohammad, and now let's proceed to the commitment to public interest. This means prioritizing the welfare and benefits of the general public over any personal gain or advantage. Inuutos ng batas na lahat ng pinagkukunang yaman ng pamahalaan at ang mga kapangyarihang ipinagkaloob sa kani-kanilang tanggapan ay dapat gamitin ng mahusay, mabisa, matapat, at matipid. This is crucial to prevent wastage of public funds and revenues. Essentially, It promotes responsible stewardship of public resources and the dedication to serving the citizenry. Violation of the principle can lead to administrative and even criminal charges. Like for example, a government official prioritizes the needs of their constituents over personal gain, ensuring transparency in decision making and actively working to improve public services. So the next one is the professionalism. Ito ay nangangahulugan o ang bahaging ito ay nangangailangan ng pinakamataas na antas ng kahusayan, pagiging profesional, katalinuhan at kasanayan mula sa mga opisyal at empleyado ng pamahalaan. Hindi sapat ang pagtupad lamang sa mga minimum na kinakailangan. Dapat nilang hangarin ang kahusayan sa kanilang trabaho. Ang dedikasyon at pag-aalay sa tungkulin ay napakahalaga na nangangailangan ng pangako na higit pa sa pagkumpleto lamang ng mga gawain. Ito rin ay nangahulugan na ang mga government officials na ito ay pagpapanatili ng transparency at pagkamatarungan sa lahat ng kanilang pakikitungo. And as for me, for the last one is the justness and sincerity, katarungan at katapatan. Dito naman ay ang public servants must always act with honesty and fairness. Kumbaga yun, katarungan, showing no discrimination, especially towards the poor and the marginalized. Respect for the rights of the others is crucial in any actions contrary to law, morality, good customs, public policy, order, safety, or interest are strictly prohibited. Undue favors or labis na mga pabor are, kumbaga yun ay forbidden, except for strictly confidential positions or personal staff whose terms coincide with their own. This prevents nepotism and maintains the integrity of the public service.
Good day to each everyone. So we're going to tackle about political neutrality. So in political neutrality, it was stated there that public officials and employees shall provide service to everyone without unfair discrimination and regardless of party affiliation or preferences. In other words, any public officials or employees they have to give service to everyone without unfair discrimination kahit sa galing tribe or religion man yan. Still, they have to give service without discrimination. We also have responsiveness to the public. When you say responsiveness to the public, any officials or employees shall give adequate service to the public. In other words, also we have to ensure an openness of information. With that, kumbaga, build a symbiotic relationship. So, kasi it is the right of everyone na marinig ang kanilang mga hinanaing. We also have this nationalism and patriotism. When it's the nationalism and patriotism, it is the love for country. In other words, public officials and employees shall at all times be loyal to the Republic and to the Filipino people, and that they promote the use of locally produced goods, resources, and technology and encourage appreciation and pride of country and people. Also, sinasabi dito na they shall endeavor to maintain and defend Philippine sovereignty against foreign intrusion. Kumbaga is dapat nilang protektahan ang halimbawa itong Philippines laban sa mga mananakop. Yun ang tinatawag dito sa nationalism and patriotism, since it is our duty na pangalagaan ang Pilipinas.
Good day everyone, I am Mohaisin Macondara, and today we are going to talk about 3 more important values that every public servant should live by, and those are commitment to democracy, simple living, and positive measures by the Civil Service Commission based on Republic Act number 6713 or the Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards for Public Officials and Employees. So, let's begin. So what is commitment to democracy? This basically means that the public officials and employees should always support democratic values like freedom, justice, and equal participation of citizens in decision making. They are expected to respect the rights and opinions of the people, promote fairness, protect fair elections, and avoid actions that destroy trust in democracy like corruption, favoritism, or vote buying. Next is simple living. This means that the public officials and their families should live a modest life according to their income and position. They should avoid showing off wealth or spending public funds for personal luxury. And we should always remember that the public office is a public trust. People expect their leaders to serve honestly, not to gain money or fame. For example is, if a government official uses public funds to buy luxury cars or go on a personal trips abroad while many Filipinos struggle with poverty, it is clearly unethical and unacceptable. Instead, leaders should should use government money for important needs like education, health, and public services. And lastly, Civil Service Commission's positive measures. According to Section B of Republic Act No. 6713, the Civil Service Commission must take positive steps to help public officials follow ethical standards and become better at their job. For example, imagine a public school teacher who goes above and beyond to help struggling students. The Civil Service Commission can give her an award or promotion, which motivates her and helps inspire others. And this action shows that the good behavior is not just expected, but it is encouraged, recognized, and rewarded. And for this summary, being committed to democracy, living simply, and promoting ethical standard are essential for every public servant. Why? Because these values are not just rules. They are foundations of good governance and public trust. And most of all, they bring us closer and becoming a society that truly serves a common good. And that would be all. Thank you.